Good morning, everyone. My name is Nicholas McSellis. I am a recreation major from Brandon, Mississippi, and today I will be discussing the history of Madison Square Garden, some of the greatest NBA performances that took place there, and its impact on music and entertainment. Imagine one building where Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, Stephen Curry, Muhammad Ali, Michael Jackson, Elvis Presley, whoever you can name, some of the biggest stars in the history of the world have all performed and have some of their best performances in this building, Madison Square Garden. Located in New York City, is known as the world's most famous arena, or as most basketball fans say, the Mecca of basketball. The current Madison Square Garden opened up in 1968. It's actually the fourth arena to use the Madison Square Garden as the name, with the first one being in 1928. No, my bad, 1929. Home of the New York Knicks of the NBA and the New York Rangers of the NHL. It hosts basketball games, boxing matches, concerts, wrestling events, political gatherings, and other special events. Some of the most legendary NBA moments have happened in Madison Square Garden, with Knicks legend Willis Reed coming back from a leg injury to play in and win Game 7 of the 1970 NBA Finals, with making it one of the, if not the most iconic and most inspirational moments in NBA history. Or when Michael Jordan, um, who often called Madison Square Garden his favorite arena. In 1995, he scored 55 points in only his fifth game back from retirement. This would be one of his best and one of his most memorable games of his career. Another legend we have another legend, Kobe Bryant. In 2009, he would score 61 points against the Knicks, which at the time would be the highest scoring game in with it would be his highest scoring game from an opposing player in Knicks in history of Madison Square Garden. Another legend, LeBron James, will have several great performances in this arena, and he would actually have it as one of his favorite arenas to play in outside his own arena. Another legendary moment that happened in Madison Square Garden in December of 2021, Stephen Curry, one of the greatest shooters, if not the greatest shooter of all time, would break Reggie Miller's all-time three-point record in Madison Square Garden. This would be probably one of the best moments of his career. Um, Other great NBA performances, Knicks legend Bernard King would score 60 points in 1984, which at the time would be a Knicks record. Carmelo Anthony, about in about at in 2014, would break that record, scoring 62 points in Madison Square Garden, which would be probably one of his best performances, one of his best moments of his career. As me personally, as an avid basketball fan, Madison Square Garden always stood out to me because there's been, like, because the arena has hosted many great players. It's just something special about Madison Square Garden, and it's always something special about seeing your favorite player like play probably one of his best games in one of the best arenas, one of the most famous arenas in the history of the sport that I love so much. Um, it with basketball being one of the main things in Madison Square Garden, it also held other events like concerts from Elvis Presley, Michael Jackson sold out shows there. People like performers like Prince, Madonna, Beyonce, Jay Z, Taylor Swift have all also performed in this arena. Madison Square Garden has hosted some of the greatest, some of the most legendary boxing matches ever also, with people like Muhammad Ali, Joe Frazier, and Mike Tyson all headlining those matches. Um, pe- People also consider it one of boxing's best and greatest venues when it comes to boxing. Madison Square Garden also has a history in professional wrestling. Madison Square Garden will host the first ever WrestleMania in 1985. Madison Square Garden today. And here in 2026, the New York Knicks have made the NBA Finals for the first time since 1999, and actually tonight will be the first game in first NBA Finals game in Madison Square Garden in 27 years. This would be especially important for not only NBA fans but Knicks fans who have suffered loss after loss after loss since their last championship in 1973. And that will include my that will include my informational speech on Madison Square Garden. I thank you for listening.